I want to share something with you. This is for you, all the people that are here. I'm going to compose something just out of the air. I don't know where it's going to go or what it's going to do. I just want you to know it's for you.
Part of the Bitterroot is a special project that is dedicated to all of the Salish and Pend women that came before me, to the Salish and Pend women that are living today, and to those who are yet to come, to the little ones. My cousin Bev Sweeney sang on this project. Jennifer Greene was the writer. We found threads of stories of women. They're buried and hidden, and we found these little threads. And I gave small threads to Jennifer, and she wove them into something miraculous and beautiful and made these women come to life, really. And it became a very powerful and moving experience. And I felt all of our ancestors there when we were recording and talking about these women. These were real women. They weren't imaginary people that were remarkable. They were remarkable women, and we want to celebrate their lives. And so I'm glad that my mother is here, and my sister cousins are here to celebrate with me. And I was fortunate to grow up in a family of really amazing, loving, kind women of integrity. And that's who Salish and Pend women were a long time ago. And that's who we are today. And I want young women today to feel good about their womenfolk relatives, that they did amazing things, even under great challenge for us. And that's what these stories told me, and that's what they spoke to my heart. So I hope there's healing and encouragement and love that comes through this.
Salish women, strong women, beautiful women. We were not afraid of bears or mountain lions. Our ancestors died and became roots that reached the sun and became the faces of deer. Salish women. Some of us were born under trees. Some of us were born screaming with powerful lungs. Some of us were born beautiful. We prayed alone. Salish women once sent their young daughters into the woods alone, unarmed. The animals were not the enemy. Other humans carried the smell of danger. Some girls entered the forest filled with terror, foreign silence. Then the light changed. The color of grass changed. The sound of water changed. The world unfolded itself like open arms holding a shawl, and fists uncurling into a stranger's hand. These women lived beyond fear and terror and were forever changed, transformed, powerful in magic. They learned to see. They learned to see what has always been here. They knew they'd always be part of the world. They knew their lives meant something. Their thoughts mattered. They knew that believing is everything. Salish women changed the weather. They became blood-colored flowers with edible roots. They chased away enemy warriors. Salish women knew the power of prayer and solitude. They knew the power of facing their deepest fears. The mountains gave all our powerful women their gifts. Once these women weren't afraid to be alone. They were blessed with the knowledge that they were never alone. Prayers matter. Believing is everything. Doing good matters. The world is our homeland. Because our ancestors believed, we are still here. Salish women are still here just as we have always been. Our ancestors beat in the green veins of our wrists, in the green stems of purple flowers that bend under dancing feet.
We'll go to Legs Rowan, I guess.
I'll read Bitterroot Woman. I have felt slippery feet beneath my ribs. My daughter was born with wet licks of black hair, and I cried when I heard her voice. I loved my sons and daughters with my hands, my hair, my bones, my voice, long before they came. I fed each writhing infant with my own body. Eventually, my babies grew up and had sons and daughters of their own. I watched my daughters quietly nurse hungry mouths, and I watched my sons tell stories in quiet voices to their children. I don't really understand what happened or why, but a drought sucked plants dead and the animals left. Pretty soon, there wasn't enough. My sons hunted and prayed to keep their families fed. I dreamed of berries and meat. One day, my grandchildren were too tired to play. They couldn't run, and the camp was filled with the sound of babies screaming for milk that was drying up like summer ponds. My throat ached, my hands wrapped around my head, and I silently screamed prayers for something, anything to help my babies and their babies. I didn't know what to do. I gave the last of my food to my children, walked away, and sang my death song. I lay on the ground and spilled tears into my hair. I spilled tears into the dust. Underneath the sun, beneath birds, I cried louder than the river and begged for help. The sun heard my prayers. A flesh-colored bird came and turned my tears into flesh-colored flowers with thin roots of an old woman's hair. It was a gift to be a mother and use my body to feed my children. My death became things that my children's children would eat. I used my legs, my hair, my hands, my songs to put food in the mouths of my grandchildren's children. It was my destiny to love with all of myself. My tears became bitter roots. I prayed for all of you before you were born. As a mother, I am able to love people before they take their first breath. My songs are in the earth and in your hands.
I'd like to play a kind of what I call a tone poem on a Chinese bamboo flute. Because other than my work with traditional and contemporary American Indian flutes, I also play a lot of different world flutes. And people like this flute, so this is kind of a meditative soundscape. A lot of my other recordings are for meditation and quiet time. So here we go.
up this idea and created a small nonprofit called Infustine, and Jennifer is a board member, and Betty White is a board member, and I am, and we have a vision to bring arts back, all of the arts, writing, performance arts, dance, to our community, and to provide opportunities for young people to focus, and old people like me. I tried to play. It was like being back in 4th grade with a recorder. But it was fun, so I'm going to practice quietly and privately. When Paul comes back, he'll find out. He'll ask everybody, have you been practicing? And he'll know. I won't tell how, but he will know if you're happening or not. So we want to, there's so many beautiful arts in our culture and in cultures of indigenous people, all of the Indian people in this country. We want to do some sharing. We want to bring people like Paul here, who made many of these flutes, and acknowledge and celebrate what he's done and his contribution. And it will be just the greatest blessing for me if I hear one of these young people playing somewhere.
I'm going to play all of these flutes. No, I was asked to explain the name of Infustine. You might have an echo. Infustine, Julie was asking for a name like, and came up with the word Infustine. Infustine, the end part of the N means it's something that's in. And pus comes from is a root word for spus, which means heart. And the teen is the place where it happens. So it's kind of in the heart. I guess the best way I can explain how Infustine is, say for instance you were thinking about somebody, okay? And probably a couple hours later that evening, here this person shows up and you say, hey, I was just thinking about you. That's what Infustine is, best that I can explain on it. So Infustine is something that that is in a dream like, that you're thinking about what you're going to do, and it's going to happen. So in this valley, there's going to be a lot of little young people get the opportunity to learn the arts, singing, dancing, ballet, whatever it might be, music, poems, writing. And this is what it's going to be, Infustine.